So I'm making ground pork for my pizza, and all you do is take a pound of your favorite sausage. Only what I added some fennel to give that like sweet taste, and then I also added Italian seasoning. Now the trick to this is you want to make sure you grind it between your palms, because that will release the oil and that will get more flavor into whatever the seasonings and the fennel seed. So you'll see this when I put together the pizza. It's really easy and fast, and it makes a big difference on how your pizza tastes. So today I'm making pizza. So I'm making my pizza dough from my Pillsbury hot roll mix, and the directions are on the back. It's really easy to do. So what I'm going to do is make sure I put oil and hot water. I'll include the directions in the description. So you're going to make sure you put hot water, but not super hot, because otherwise that will kill the yeast. I already mixed in the yeast with my mix. So you want to make sure you get everything incorporated, and you want to make sure the dough will be ready when it pulls away from the bowl. Now this makes 2 pizzas, so you'll have plenty of pizza. It'll be sticky, but once you put flour, so what I'm going to do, my dough is ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some flour down on my board, and then you're going to dump the dough going to be warm from the hot water. And then what you're going to do is you're going to knead it, put some flour on, and when it stops sticking, you know the dough is ready. So you're going to knead this for a couple minutes. As you can see right away, once I put the flour on, it stops sticking. Now I don't have pizza pans. I'm going to be using a cookie sheet. You can use a pizza pan. My oven is set at 425 because that's what the directions say. So just make sure you knead it. You may need more flour depending on your conditions, because with yeast and flour, if it's humid or whatever, your dough is going to be different. And it's hot roll mix. You can also make cinnamon bread or cinnamon rolls. So it's all done. One more time, because I don't want this to be super sticky. As you can see, it's not ready yet. It's still sticky. And it is humid today, so I think that has a lot to do with it. And to knead, what you do, you take the heel of your hand, you take the dough, and you push your heel into the dough. That's kneading. And you roll the dough over, and you knead it into itself. So it's sticky here. So you may need more flour. I'm going to need a little bit more flour because it's a little too sticky. But you don't want to use too much because that will change the consistency of the dough. And I wish you had smell-o-vision because the yeast smells wonderful. Okay, this is better. As you can see, it's not sticking. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I have my pan. So what I'm going to do, you put non-stick spray. I have butter flavored, but I would suggest you get olive oil. So you're going to spray it. So I'm going to divide this in half. So then you're going to pull it out. It's going to resist, but these are going to be thin crust pizzas. It's going to be sticky. So just pull it out. What you might do is flour your hand. Because it'll keep the dough from sticking to your hand. And don't worry if it's thin, you're still going to have to let it rise because this is pizza. So let me get my other tray and spray it. I'm going to flour my hands. So this one works a little bit easier because it's been sitting, resting for a bit. So it's going to be a nice thin pizza, crust pizza. Now if you don't want a thin crust, you can always take the whole thing and make it pizza. But I do like thin crust pizza. Don't like a lot of bread. I prefer like toppings. So spread it out. Like I said, and don't worry if you don't think you're going to have enough because it still has to rise. So you'll be surprised at how much dough you will see, how much crust you'll get. And you can always hide the hole and stuff with your sauce and toppings. So I'm going to show you what it looks like after. So as you can see, the dough has risen. Now it's really pliable, so if you want to stretch it out further on your pie, your pizza pie plate or whatever you're using, You can move it around, move the dough around. So now I did put fork marks in it. So I'm going to follow the direction that it says you take olive oil and garlic powder, and you're going to cover the pizza. It's going to go in the oven. I'll show you what it looks like, and then we can put the toppings on it, and then it can go into the oven. So the pizza's out of the oven. Now I'm going to assemble it. So I have some roasted herb and garlic tomato sauce. I like lots of sauce on my pizza. So I'm going to put some sauce to begin with. Now this is your pizza, so you can do anything you like with it. So let's see how this goes. Spreading the sauce out. Be careful, the pan is hot. So I'm going to put a little bit more sauce on it. Okay. Then I'm going to put some of the pork I did on this. Crumble it up. So I also have some Canadian bacon. But before I do that, I'm going to put my pineapple on, because hate me if you want to. I like pineapple and ham pizza. Put some pineapple. So remember, this is your pizza. You can do anything you want on it. Okay. So take a look at that. So here's my Canadian bacon. I'm going to put some slices on. I think that's plenty. And now the best part is the mozzarella cheese. So again, it's your pizza, so you can put as much cheese or gold cheese or whatever cheese you like. So in the comments below, tell me what your favorite pizza is. And if you like what you see, please hit that smash the subscribe button, and hit that bell to notify you when my next video is. So next I'll show you. So this is what the completed pizza looks like. As you can see, it has nice brown edges. It's a thin crust, but I have lots of toppings on it. And again, it's your pizza. I also made this pizza. It has hamburger, pepperoni, pork, so you can do anything you want. And again, it's perfect because it's nice and brown around the edges because you pre-baked it. So if you like what you see, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell so you know when I make my next food.